If you always want to leave your sessions going, yes, I did a great job there. Client did a great job. We just crushed it. I can't wait for my client to update me with their amazing transformation. This session definitely worked. Even with your very, very first session with a client, then listen up because you really want to ask them this question, or these types of questions, I should say. So inside our advanced conversational hypnosis sessions, we have this process called testing. And this is not taught anywhere else, which blows my mind now that it was not taught, because really testing is self-explanatory. We are going to test to see if a client's problem is still there. That is it. Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? After our sessions, we're just like, you're relaxed, great. See you later. But how do we know if it actually worked, right? There's that tingling thought in our mind to see if it worked. And most importantly, there's probably that tingling sensation that the client goes, I don't know if it works. So with the testing process, that eliminates that worry or that doubt, because we're actually going to find out what it is. And also the client finds out, which is more important, that it actually works. So when you're inside your sessions, it's the end of the session, and say you helped your client with some sort of food obsession or sugar addiction, and you had a wonderful session, and at the end, it's a really simple question. You're just going to ask them, okay, so how do you feel about sugar and how do you feel about food now? That is it. That is the question that you want to ask to make sure that the process works, right? And so that is a big one. We have two categories of testing inside our ACH sessions. It is situational testing and emotional testing. The question that I asked was more of an emotional question, where how do you feel about food now? But a situational testing question would be something like, for example, that client has told us that every time they are stressed out at work and every Friday they feel the stress of the work week, they tend to just want to crave all the sugary food, right? So you're going to ask your client, okay, Friday is coming up in a few days or whatever day it is. So Friday is coming up. What are you going to do if you've had a really stressful week instead? Right? Very important test and question. And this is super important because then you have a gauge as to how well your session went. The client knows and can see the difference, if they can see the difference within their emotions and how they feel, and the presence of the problem in their life. And this just sets you and the client up for success moving forward if you do have another session, because now you have a new set point to go with, right? And this is super duper important. Within our testing, we find so much more deep information. So information that we don't even know existed in all of our ACH trainings and in our sessions. That's why this is super important, because the hidden knots, the hidden beliefs are going to come out in the testing process. So if the testing process sounds intriguing to you, then definitely check out the ACH program, because this will solidify your transformations. This will ensure that the hard work that you and your clients did within your sessions actually don't get unraveled with time, and that they stay that magical transformation for good.